Welcome to these additional episodes of Your Pregnancy Week by Week. We're going to provide information about things you may want to know about before baby's birth and in the weeks and months after baby arrives. Dr. Glade Curtis and I hope these discussions will help you and your partner settle into your new roles as parents. The information in these episodes is a general informative guide. None of the information we provide is intended to replace, countermand, or conflict with the advice given to you by your own doctors. Always follow his or her advice. Use the information you learn here as a starting place in your dialogue to help you put your life with baby and after pregnancy concerns, questions, or interests into words. Each episode will cover one topic. Our discussions are intended to help guide you through the many new experiences awaiting you. So let's get started on this discussion. We're going to talk about feeding your newborn. Feeding a newborn is a round-the-clock job. It's one of the most important things you'll do for baby. Be aware this task can take a lot of time. A newborn's stomach can only hold 2 to 3 ounces of milk. She burns this amount in 2 to 3 hours, then she'll be ready to eat again. A newborn spends 3 to 4 hours every day feeding and usually eats 8 to 12 times in a 24-hour period. Some babies feed as often as every 2 hours. Every feeding can be an opportunity to bond with baby. Hold her close, look into her eyes, speak softly, and sing and coo. Use feeding to increase baby's sense of security and trust. You may feed at regular intervals to help baby get on a schedule, or you may decide to let baby set her own schedule. At times, a baby needs to feed more often than usual, such as when she's going through a growth spurt. A baby is usually the best judge of how much she needs at each feeding. She'll usually turn away from the nipple, mother, or bottle when she's full. It's a good idea to burp baby after each feeding. Some babies need to be burped during a feeding. A breastfed baby may not need to be burped as often as a bottle-fed baby. You may want to ask your doctor about vitamin D supplements for baby if you breastfeed. It's necessary to build strong, healthy bones. It may also help reduce the risks of type 1 diabetes, certain cancers, and multiple sclerosis. Baby needs at least 200 IU a day of vitamin D. If you feed baby formula, she'll get the vitamin because formula is fortified with it. If you breastfeed, beginning at 2 months, baby should start receiving liquid supplements of vitamin D. Discuss this with your pediatrician. Babies frequently spit up a bit after a feeding. In the early months, the muscle at the top of the stomach is not yet fully developed. The muscle develops as baby grows older, so she should spit up less. So how do you know when baby is hungry? She'll exhibit definite signs, including fussing, putting her hands in her mouth, and turning her head and opening her mouth when her cheek is touched. Other signs include sticking out her tongue and puckering her lips as if to suck. Here are some tips to get started feeding baby. Only offer breast milk or formula. Look for signs of readiness to feed, which we just covered. The sooner you begin feeding a baby after she shows she's hungry, the less likely you'll need to soothe a crying baby. When baby stops sucking, closes her mouth, or turns away from the nipple or bottle, she might be full, or she just might be taking a break. Try burping her or waiting a minute before offering the breast or bottle again. Baby's feeding pattern will change as she grows. She probably won't eat the same amount every day, and as baby grows, she'll probably take in more milk at each feeding. You might be concerned your newborn isn't eating enough, but babies usually know how much they need. Don't focus on how much or how often baby feeds. Look for other signs, including a steady weight gain and calmness between feedings. She'll be getting enough to eat if she seems satisfied, has 6 to 8 wet diapers a day, has regular bowel movements, sleeps well, is alert when she's awake, and is gaining weight. If you have trouble breastfeeding, ask baby's doctor for help. and contact the doctor if baby isn't gaining weight, wets fewer than 6 diapers a day, or shows little interest in feedings. Your pediatrician will advise you. If you'd like to read about baby, check out our book, Your Baby's First Year, Week by Week. We cover many subjects dealing with baby in a weekly format. Each week is a fairly quick read. If you want to find out more about this podcast, visit our website, yourpregnancyweekbyweek.com. If you're looking for something specific, check out the podcast topics list. It lists topics about baby covered in our Let's Explore More segments. Follow us on social media for updates, new podcast episodes, and other important information. Visit Your Pregnancy Week by Week, all one word, on Facebook and Instagram.